I had interest for technology while I was back in the village. Around 10 years old, I discovered my first computer, but then there was no electricity in my village, but it was powered with a generator. So my first touch with the computer, I felt something within myself. So I knew my life was in that box, so I have to figure out what is inside for me. Our education system hasn't been the best for us. Looking at how the world is going and what we're still learning, the 90s syllabus, is not really helping. So they should also look into how they can reshape our syllabus for the next generation, or else unemployment is going to skyrocket. What we're seeing today is just a tip of it. What is coming is really worse.
Well, if you believe in the creation story aspect of the Bible, one of the, commandments is for us to subdue the earth. But really, how far as humans have we been able to subdue the earth? Imagine a system or a world where you virtually have to worry about nothing, and there are apps and technology is there to assist you. Well, we are almost there, and that is why we are here today. We'll be speaking with Joshua Opoku-Agyemang,
Yes,
a young technological guy who is finding ways of subduing the earth. This is Faces of Ghana on YEN TV. My name is Philip Abutiati, and before we bring you that conversation, remember to subscribe to our channel, and if there is any story we could cover, always feel free to write to us. Right, Joshua.
Philip,
how do you do?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yes, I'm good too.
Yeah.
Right, so tell us, what are you working on currently? What's your current project?
Currently, we're working on a smart home system. I'm Joshua Opoku-Agyemang, a tech enthusiast and a serial entrepreneur. So this whole idea came from the Dunso era. I hope you remember that.
Oh yes.
Where we have to hunt for electricity to work. So we thought of building a device that can tell us wherever there's light. This was going to help us because we were moving from cafe to cafes looking for light just to work. And at times there was light in the house, lights outside, or in the office there was no light. And when we walk back to the house, we realized there was no light. So at times you go spend the whole days in the office, no light, hoping that in the evening you get light in the house. You come back to the house and there will be no light here as well. So the whole inspiration of this project was to build a device that can notify you whenever there's light. After being able to do that, we realized we could take it furthermore to even control our appliances in the house. So what we have here is a smart home system, a system that allows you to control your house, your electricity, your appliances, everything with your smartphone, wherever you are. You don't just only control them too as well. It also gives you the data consumption, how much electricity the appliances are actually consuming in your house.
Right, so by controlling them, how do you mean? Do you mean you could, for instance, turn off your fridge, your AC, your fan from wherever you are?
Exactly. So with an app on your phone and a device installed in your house, you could just control your electricity, either your lights, your fridge, AC, any appliances you have in your home. You could remotely control them.
So you just turned on the lights with your phone?
With my phone.
Wow. All right, Joshua, now tell us about yourself. Did you do technology? Did you... tell us. Who are you?
I have a very long and twisted story, but I'm going to give you a summary.
Okay.
I think one day we might have to find a time and talk much about myself.
Definitely.
I had interest for technology while I was back in the village. Around 10 years old, I discovered my first computer, but then there was no electricity in my village, but it was powered with a generator. So my first touch with the computer, I felt something within myself.
Oh,
which
village is that?
Kasapin. It's in the Bromafo region.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I knew my life was in that box, so I have to figure out what is inside for me. I touched it and I was able to play some video, and I was, wow, this is cool. So I was curious. I wanted to find out what is inside that box. So I took my journey from there, and right from the village, I took it to high school. When I went to high school too, I took a computer to the dormitory. It wasn't allowed though, but
you managed to see.
I managed to do that.
What school was that?
Maybe senior high.
Okay.
Yeah. So after high school,
you did science?
Yeah, I did science.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah. So after high school, I came to Accra to study programming for 9 months at Kofi Annan ICT Center. And when I finished, I started my first company, Personate.
How has the support been like? Let's talk about your family, your siblings, your parents.
Okay. So my parents haven't been cool with the decision I made because they felt like this guy is not learning anymore. When I had an encounter, it was very serious. I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't learn. I would always be with the computer.
What do they want? What did they want you to be growing up?
Because I fell in love with computers at early age, it affected my BEC performance.
Okay.
So I didn't have the best school that I wish I could go. And when I went to high school too, I did same. I took the computer there, so it's actually distracted me from learning. So I couldn't really pass my WASSCE successful to get to the school I wanted to be. So they told me I should do training college, because I could go to training college and get a job as a teacher. Okay. But it wasn't part of my dreams. So I told them I'm not going to do that. They weren't happy, but I didn't care in a way. After programming, I came across IoT.
What's IoT?
Internet of Things. Internet of Things is basically connecting everything around us to the internet. And it's the next big thing in technology. Yeah. So I came across it. I love it. I saw a big future in that. And I've been pursuing it for 2 years now.
Right. Now, your current project, you said it's called what?
A smart home.
Smart home.
Yeah.
How is this? I'm sure personally you've tried it.
Yeah. What we have here are prototypes. So what prototype means is you read about some theories and you'll be able to prove it that yes, this theories really works and this is how it works. So what we have here are prototypes that we built. The next phase is how do we bring this to our home, which this year we're going to work on that. Bringing them into our home. So maybe the next time you come here, all the light and fan here will be automated. You can even say a word and the light will come on and the light goes off.
I'll certainly come back.
Sure.
But let's talk about some of your challenges along the way.
Currently, most of the projects that we built are self-funded. So my business that I run give me some small money. And the money I make, I invest them back into the business in growing the solutions I have here. So it's mostly self-funded. But what I try to do is being able to self-fund a prototype project, and when it's successful, I can take it to people who have the money and tell them that this is the cool thing I've built and this is the potential in it. Then they can look at it and invest into it. Right. So for instance, I think government is working on affordable houses and homes.
Yeah.
Having affordable houses and home with a cool tech that can utilize the energy we produce is something great. So we can pitch to such people or personalities, then we can see how best we can bring them to our homes.
10, 15, 20 years from now, what is the big thing you see yourself doing?
If you look at the world where it's going, everything is going to be automated and very, very intelligent. So in the next 10 years or 20 years, I believe I'm going to build one of the intelligent companies in the world that will be doing most of the automated tasks. So like we could have smart farming, where a farmer doesn't really have to be on the site of the farm, but they can be in their bedroom and grow whatever they want. You can have like a smart home where the house learn from your preference and adapt to you. So if the house realizes anytime you come home, you put on lights, you put on AC, you put on TV, you play this music, the system will learn from your preference. And whenever you get home, it welcomes you and then adjusts the room to you. So these are what we are looking at doing in the next 10, 20 years. I think our leaders here, there are two things. They can either see the future and then prepare us towards it, or they can talk to the young ones who see or interact with us, who see what the next big thing is going to be. Because if you realize what happened outside there, the like of Facebook, Apple, Google, they were young people who saw the future. Irrespective of whether government support or not, they never gave up.
Right.
But over there, the government understands the future and they always want to take advantage of it. So they also open up to them. So I think government is trying, he's opening up though. We have the NEIP projects, which is funding some entrepreneurs, but I think they have to have more of this happening. And also believe our education system hasn't been the best for us. Looking at how the world is going and what we're still learning, the 90s syllabus is not really helping. So they should also look into how they can reshape our syllabus for the next generation, or else unemployment is going to skyrocket. What we're seeing today is just a tip of it. What is coming is really worse. So we need to prepare ourselves for that.
Right, now I'm sure there are other young people like yourself who are watching. Some are very passionate about things, but parents are pushing them. Some just think there's no hope. Some have given up. What's your advice or your word to these ones?
So my thing, what I can sell to anybody out there is there's something called dream, and when you have it, you are the only person who sees it. Even your parents might not see it, people might not believe in it. But if you believe in it and you think it's worth dying for, you should die for it. I have been dying for mine every day. Even till now, I'm still dying for it.
Right, very inspiring, isn't it? That is the power of obsession. Joshua says he was obsessed with computers to the extent that he had to sneak one to his senior high school. Well, many of us are, passionate and obsessed about things, but is it in the right direction? Well, this has been Faces of Ghana, and my name is Philip Abutiati. Until I come your way with another episode, remember to subscribe to our channel. Let's get talking on our various social media platforms, and if there is any story we could cover, just feel free to slide into our DMs.